Hi guys, welcome back to What's the Matter. Liam here with Sam. Sam, good of you to join us this week, mate. Again, a few things to talk through. First and foremost has to be England. There's 4 guys for England this week. I know Smalling didn't appear. What's your views on that, on Smalling not being able to play?
I don't know how Cahill's getting in the team ahead of him.
I agree, actually, yeah.
Cahill he's had a tragic season so far.
I don't necessarily think he's had a tragic season. I think
he's had like 2 goals.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people have gone on his back about. I mean, don't get me wrong. For Cahill standards, he hasn't been tip top, but I think Smalling should be in there in front of him first and foremost. But I think he's got a bit of bad press because of it. Like,
well, Smalling's not had the he's not exactly been playing for United either. That's probably why he's not in the team.
But he was suspended for the first couple of games, wasn't he?
I think it was just the first one.
Yeah.
I think you just get a 1-match ban for the red for the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
But I think Smalling is England's first choice centre back.
Yeah, Smalling and Stones.
That looks like the good part. I knew Stones was going to come on.
I heard someone today, I think it was TalkSport this afternoon, calling for John Stones to be. It was very part of this morning actually, calling for John Stones to be the new England captain. Like, how many caps has he got? How can he be the new England captain?
That's
madness.
That sounds like something that Ray Parlour would say. Very much
He's just crazy.
About Ray Parlour.
Crazy. So I mean, let us know what you think. Smalling for England. For me personally, I think it has to be Smalling Stones.
I think Smalling should be starting for England and United. Still think he's our first choice centre back.
Yeah, I agree. But what are you gonna drop Blind?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put him either left back or defensive mid. I don't know. He hasn't been used as defensive mid yet this season, but when he came to United at the start, something that we've got to remember is Carrick's definitely gone after this season.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody better suited in that squad to step into the Carrick role than Blind. I think they share a lot of similarities in how they play, how they look at a football game, their intelligence off the ball.
But he's so good at organising the defence, so good. I mean, take Dilly Blind out and put Chris Smalling in, and you've got 2 big meatheads effectively, and Bailey and Smalling, centre back. I mean, obviously, both of them have their.
Well, do you think they're too similar?
Yeah, they have their individual accolades, and that both of them just want to kick lumps out of people and hit the ball away like Vidic did. But Vidic had Ferdinand beside him to talk to him and tell him where to go.
So who would you start as your centre back partnership then?
I'd probably take Blendon and Bailey.
So Smalling was our best player last
year. I
agree,
yeah, but I mean, we've moved up. I think Bailey's a better player.
Yeah, I do love it. It's by everyone.
Everyone keeps Bailey, whatever you want to say. But for England, I think Smalling's a better player. But then again, is he going to play for England if he's not playing for Man United? And that goes for what the next talking point is with Rooney. Everyone comes back to it. I mean, it's been on for I don't know how many days now. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Is he
how
captain?
many days? It's been going on for years, years and years and years. And
there's more topical debate recently with England, especially if I'm getting booed. I know you were just on Social Club beforehand.
Yeah, make sure you check that out. Social Club Ball Street. We're talking about Rooney. Basically having the same conversation we're having here. So maybe don't go over there. But Colleen Rooney on Twitter on Monday, she had a little rant. And normally they stay behind the scenes, they don't really say much, but she came out, she wasn't happy with the boos. And I'm going to stand with Colleen here and say, don't fucking boo your players.
I agree.
It doesn't matter
how
bad they're playing.
We were talking about this off camera beforehand. No matter whether you agree with the new management of England, Southgate being appointed, or whether you don't, the fact remains that he's your captain on the pitch for the day. You don't boo your captain, you support the team. Regardless of what you think of him in his club form or what he's done for the past 10 years, is he good enough to play, whatever, you should get behind the team. Last year, I mean, anyone that'll see anything that I did last year would know that how much I hated LVG, but I still supported the team. Yeah. You still support the team. You still want them to do well. You don't boo, especially your captain. You boo your captain. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that for me personally, I think Rooney was played out of position. He's not a centre midfielder. It's madness. They're playing Malta. Why would you play him in that position against Malta? But that's irrelevant. He was booed by his own player. I think that's insane.
But, I mean, I don't think he should be a starter for United or England at the moment. I think United have got better strikers. United have got better number 10s. And as you said, he's not a fucking central midfielder.
No.
So I think this concept, because obviously people draw a lot of parallels between Scholes and Rooney. Scholes started off as a striker, got deeper as his career progressed. Rooney has followed that same track, and Rooney himself is saying, yeah, I'm a central midfielder and play me here. But he can't, short passing game is crap. He always looks for the Hollywoods, intricate passing is not he doesn't have the energy to run around in midfield, so he's a bit of a static midfielder. There's so many reasons why Rooney shouldn't play in central midfield, but me saying all these things, everyone's saying I'm jumping on Rooney's back, everyone says I scapegoat him too much, but I think Rooney can still do a job for Man United. I think he should be part of this squad. If he was sold to Everton in the summer, would I cry? Absolutely not. I think I wouldn't be upset to see him leave. But
I must be the only person in the Rooney
camp.
No,
you're not. You're not. There's still quite a lot of people that still defend Rooney to the hilt, but you can't defend a lot of the stuff he does anymore. And I think Rooney himself has got to accept that he's not the player he was previously.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's obviously lost a bit of pace. That's clear for anyone to see. But I mean, to say that he's done, he's past it. Like I had Chris on the show last week saying he was done. He's done as a centre forward. I mean, we talked off camera afterwards, and I was like, "Man, how can you say that? Like, he's one of the best players the country's ever produced. He's done. What? Because he's had 4 or 5 bad games. And I know what you're going to say. It's been like that for a couple of years, but he's been playing out of position for a couple of years. Like I've been saying for I don't know how long. He's in number 10. Play him in behind the striker. If Mourinho wants to play 4-2-3-1, no problem. Play him in the number 10 role in behind Ibrahimovic. Play Mata, Martial, Rashford, or combination of all 4, whatever it may be. But to say he's done, I think that's mad. Maybe he's not England captain anymore. He shouldn't be booed, but maybe he's not England captain anymore. Maybe he's not United captain anymore. Yeah. And then I suppose that begs the next question: who's United captain when Rooney's not there? Who's the leader on the pitch?
I would personally say Smalling. But he's not on the pitch.
He's not going to play.
He's not going to
play
pitch
every game.
Again, Carrick in midfield, I would probably say the same thing. But
I think Carrick's a great shout, but again, he's not going to play every game.
So I don't know. Is the captains? Are captains still as important as they used to be?
I think so. Yeah, I think
because we haven't had one.
No,
for a while.
Realistically, since Ferdinand, really.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to Gary Neville. I know it was just a bit part.
Well,
Vidic as well, yeah. But and I don't think anyone that's been influential on the pitch as Rio has been. I don't know. Would you maybe give it to Zlatan? I know I recently read about Rashford. Had come out and said that they all look up to him for advice, and he's the natural leader. But is he going to play every game? That's another one. How long is he going to be there for? What is he, now, 34, 35?
He's ridiculously fit.
He's very, he's a great player, in my opinion.
Ibrahimovic is probably doing a lot of the stuff that a captain does without being captain.
Without being a captain.
So I don't think he needs the armband to be the influential figure that a captain should be. So I'm not sure whether the armband would actually add anything to Zlatan's game apart from actually give him more of
an ego.
I don't know. He doesn't need more of an ego. Yeah. But obviously other people that are playing for England, Jesse Lingard made his debut and played really well.
You know my opinions on Lingard.
No,
you do.
See, you know my opinions on Rooney, but I still have to fucking listen to you. Now look, Lingard, right? I think his off-the-ball movement was excellent. I think his final product was poor, and his final product has been poor since he came into United's first team. Apart from Chelsea away, FA Cup final, some cracking finishes. I think he's a lot like Danny Welbeck in that respect. When he's got too much time to think about his finish, he fucks it. But
Danny Welbeck, that's a great comparison, actually.
But Lingard, when he's got an instinctive and he has to shoot, his finishing's quite good. But when he thinks about it too much, he does that.
I think a case to be made for Lingard maybe playing number 10 role. They'll come in and replace Rooney. I know we were talking earlier on about there was links, probably untenuous links with Griezmann. That would be ideal, that wouldn't it?
Griezmann is the gold dust. It's basically, if you're playing Football Manager, you want someone to replace Rooney.
That's it.
Go for Griezmann.
That's him, yeah.
Obviously, I know he was Pogba can have a word in his ear now, which would be a good thing, but
you know that's pipe dreams. We're just talking about the minute in terms of Lingard. I don't think there's a final product. I really don't.
No,
I know you say he had a good game. Season. He said a good game the other night for England, which was back to what we were talking about. But they're playing Malta, man. Let's put them against a decent side. A side who are actually going to give them a game. I mean, it wasn't even a convincing victory. 2-0. You should be winning 8 and 9-0 against Malta.
2-0 at half-time, 2-0 at full-time. And you see Lingard against City, but that was just coming back from injury. He was fucking trash. You saw Pogba putting his arm around his shoulders on the pitch, basically saying, just trying to G him up, and Lingard just wasn't with it at all.
Yeah.
But for me, if it's an academy product come the whole way through as a kid, I'm going to compare it to Welbeck again, because Welbeck got a lot of stick and a lot of criticism from everyone else, but United fans stood behind him the whole way. Even though I think it was 50-50. It was more Ferguson stood behind him. No, but it's exactly the same as Lingard, because there's a lot of people behind him. It's 50-50 straight away. It's a player that is not going to be your 20, 30 goals a season player, but somebody like Park Ji-sung, who you have in your squad, and he does a job. And he's not going to be a fucking 9 out of 10 every week, or any weeks maybe. He's going to come with the odd performance here or there, but Lingard is somebody I want in and around that squad.
If he's prepared to be a squad player, then I can accept that. That's no problem.
I guarantee he is. He's not as good as Dele Alli or anything like that for England. He won't be that pin-up poster boy for England or United, but I think he's content. He's happy. He's at the club.
Just on that point, then, you think Rashford will be?
Absolutely, he already is.
I think he's brilliant, mate. I can't get enough of him. I was really surprised that he didn't start. Really surprised that he didn't start. I thought it was nailed on. especially after what happened with the under-21s. I thought it was nailed on.
And it's another major frustration with Rooney is that with United and England, it's like Rooney getting in that team ahead of Rashford? Is Rooney being a hurdle or a block to Rashford coming in, or is it too soon to bring Rashford in? I think there's loads of questions you could ask about.
Listen, if you're good enough, you're old enough. That's my opinion. Yeah. Rooney, how old is Rooney? Was he 17 when he started for England in the major Europeans? Yeah,
was when he peaked.
17.
But Rashford's a fucking bollocks.
He is, mate. He is. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just, do you know what I say? It's no fear. No fear. Some people are scared of the occasion. Like there's 2 against Arsenal last year. Right. Do you know, that was a big game to come in, and he didn't give a flying fiddler's fuck. He just all guns blazing. Yeah. Let's be having you, and he's been like that ever since. Yeah. His form hasn't dropped off. He's prepared to take anyone on. I mean, like some of the defenders he's playing against, they're big names, well respected defenders, and he just doesn't care. I'll take you on. I'll have a go. I love that.
Yeah,
people might laugh at me here, but it's almost Georgie Best. He's just prepared to take people on. He doesn't care. There's no fear.
It's a big comparison.
It is a big comparison, but you see what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying he's George Best, obviously, but I mean, he has that kind of talent.
I think his qualities have been probably over-exaggerated for the fact that the team he's been playing in, because United have lacked that person who's been willing to run at defenders. Same reason that Martial looked so fucking wicked last season. Yeah. Him and Rashford together. I mean, Martial's, I think he's 20 now. 20. Yeah. I don't know how old he is. Rashford's not even 19.
I know. Craziness.
It's absolutely crazy. It's fucking mad. And
I can see what you're saying about he needs to be nurtured, and you can't just throw him at the deep end. But if he's good enough, he's old enough.
Yeah. Well, I think he should be starting for England and United.
And United, yeah.
Week in, week out. Yeah. Maybe not week in. I don't know. We've got a good enough squad now that we don't have to rely on Rashford. Last year, he came in after Arsenal. I think he played the start of the next 8 games, and you could see he was tired.
We only played against Arsenal because half our team was injured, and I'm glad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that happened because I mean, what a star! He's the star of the future.
Yeah, he's amazing. We could talk about him all day. But in terms of other internationals, Paul Pogba came into some more criticism after France's I think 4-1 win over Bulgaria. Deschamps questioning his attitude, basically saying, Griezmann saying that he needs love and affection to get to.
I'm sorry, Pogba. He's a character, mate. No matter what way you look at it, I think look, we all know how good he is on the football pitch, and Deschamps takes no shit off the pitch, does he? Yeah. I think it's more of not necessarily a clash of personalities, but
Deschamps fucked up Euros, but especially in the final when he used him as a defensive mid.
Madness.
Don't restrict one of the most creative players. United have seen the best of him against Leicester, probably his best performance. Yeah. We've seen the worst of him maybe away to Hull. I think he was pretty poor there, as was the whole team. But Pogba, it's not a question of if he'll rise to the top. It's when. It's when.
I agree, yeah.
And when that tap turns, I think he's just going to... Because everyone expects when you're a world's most expensive player...
You've got to walk in and score a hat-trick every game.
You've got to score a goal every game. Yeah. But I think Pogba, mate, he might be able to get to that stage. But remember, he's a central midfielder. He's not a striker. He's not going to be a 20-plus goals every single season. Man, no central midfielder is. It's not their job. But
it's still so early in the season as well. Yeah. We'll have this conversation at the end of the year and see what his stats are then, and then we can talk about whether it's been a success.
End of that conversation.
So moving on then, what do you think about this? I don't know if any of you guys have heard, but about this guy who's been banned for 12 months because he was too sick to pick up his away ticket for going to Hull.
It's a fucking joke, man. United have implemented new rules this season.
It's madness.
So basically, for those who don't know, when you pick up a Euro away ticket, you have to go with your passport to confirm it's yours. That's fair enough.
I can accept that.
You're in a foreign country. Yeah. They've implemented some of these rules at certain away games where they ask certain individuals, say, look, you've got to collect your ticket from the office instead of you can't post it out to you. And it's their way of trying to... I'm not really sure what the purpose is behind it.
They're going to say it's to try and stop ticket touting, right? Which is, I suppose it is legitimate. For me personally, I think it's just a way to make sure that all the tickets are sold because of this cap on away ticket prices. 30 so the cap on away ticket prices. So it's within the club's best interest that all the tickets are sold. So if you don't come and take that ticket, then you don't get the next one, and someone who is prepared to go to every away game will do.
It's something that they want to do is to make sure that the tickets are evenly spread amongst people. But it massively goes against the grain of what United's away support is. It's like if you can't go, you give your season ticket to a friend. Same as I do at some games at Old Trafford. When you can't go, you give it to a friend.
Yeah, I've done the same a couple of times. Yeah,
but to ban
this guy isn't just some Joe Nobody as well. He's been going for 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. And United have been accused on a lot of occasions of not being in tune with the fan base and actually caring about the supporters. And this is just another Because Man United Supporters Trust, they're going to be speaking to the club directly about it. And I imagine that this ban's going to get overturned, but...
Does that set precedence then?
Yeah, but the cat's already out the bag. Like they've already fucked a fan for no particular reason here, other than he was ill in the morning of the game. That's it. It's madness. I mean, let me know what you think about it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think. I mean, how many 08 seats was there? 5,000, 10,000, whatever it might have been. Is there going to be half of those guys to phone in sick on the Saturday morning before going to the game? Come on, behave yourself. People get ill. It happens. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It was a natural thing that happens. I understand the need to stop ticket touting, but it's a very fucking simple way to do it. Is because obviously you got the normal away ballot. Yeah. You've got the exec ballot. Yeah. If you've got an exec box at Old Trafford, you get put into a separate away slot, and you're going to get probably like 1 in 2 chance to get a ticket. People buy up 10, 15 exec boxes just to get these away tickets. Yeah. Stop them doing that. Yeah. There's your tickets out. Stopped at the top. You're not then going to fuck fans at the bottom. But it's a really, really touchy subject.
But then again, I mean, on the club side of things, are they going to review every single person who didn't turn up to pick up their ticket to see how long they've been going to games and what their loyalty is? And do they have the set, well, he's been going for 5 years, but this guy's been going for 6 years, so the guy at 5 years is going to get punished, but the guy going 6 years isn't? Is there a cut-off point?
I don't know.
You can see where they're coming from there too. But for me, I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. For me personally, I think it's appalling. That guy's been going to games for 30 years, and he's not allowed to go to an away game for 12 months. That's shocking.
Oh, as I said, I think it'll get turned around, but United have really shot themselves in the foot here by hurting the core set of United fans that travel home and away. Yeah. They're not the people they should be looking to hurt. Yeah. And it's what they've done, really.
So that's it for What's the Matter this week. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe along the bottom of the banner at the bottom if you haven't done so already. Tune in next week. It'll be next Tuesday, not next Monday, because we want to do something after the game, for the Liverpool game. So hopefully we'll have a different guest by then, mate. Tune in next week, and we'll see you then. Don't forget to leave your comments below as well. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Take it easy.